Okay, here we go. The next project. Uh, this is Galaxy Stern, 1981, I believe. Um, so I had a Galaxy, and Playfield in it was pretty rough. Um, it was rougher than this. Let's just say that it wasn't that bad. Then I sold it, and at that time, I got on the wait list for a Playfield, and then I ended up selling it. And then uh, my wife was upset. She was like, "That was my favorite game." So I ended up, it took a while, but I found one and was actually in really good shape. So I've had this one for a while. Um, and then CPR was like, hey, we're producing them again. Do you want one? I was like, sure. Yeah. Went ahead and got it, even though, as you can see, I've went around, I painted around the inserts. There's Mylar, like those levelers, and a lot of these because they're dished really bad. Um, there's there's some touch up paint, a couple spots. A lot of the rings have been redone by me. Um, but overall, this is in really good condition. But I do have the CPR here, and I just finished Stellar Wars. So on to Galaxy. I started pulling off. What happened was I started pulling off all the caps so I could pull off the plastics. I'm taking all my pictures, documenting everything as I go. So, so here is this is a CPR, not an NOS like my last couple of games. So this should go, I would say, pretty quick, just because it's not that complex of a game. So this will probably be a pretty short series. I'll probably kind of give you a little look at it once I get the top stripped. Then I'll show you the bottom when the bottom's stripped. This will go pretty quick. It does already have the obstacles on the whole thing, all the boards. I think the only factory board still in it is the rectifier. Um, so it's really, again, kind of like Stellar Wars. It's not getting much. I'll do pop bumper skirts just because I have them apart. But these are, in good shape. A little dirt around the ring, a little bit, but the plastics, lane guides have all been replaced. These have been replaced. I did have to make. I'll see if you can see this. Um, the ball would always come down and catch the rubber and bounce. So underneath here, you can see where that ABS comes out. I made a little channel that fits on there because this is pushed all the way up, and I didn't want to like drill a new hole or something, push it up. So that little piece of plastic, both sides have it, but that little textured black is just enough that it's a perfectly smooth roll. So, and this side has it too. There's just a little, kind of gradually comes out, leads to the flipper. So, I don't think anything's really going to change on this, honestly. 100% of it's just going to get moved over and start playing it again. That's about it. The only thing I do need to look into during tournaments, this one has shut off a couple of times, and then we turn it off and restart it, and it's fine. And looking into it, it looks like the MPU was only getting about 4.8, 4 volts. So I either need to check and see if something needs repenned, or check, just make sure it's even getting, you know, uh, it's starting off at over 5 volts, because I'd like it to be at like 5.1 or something. But I'm thinking maybe once it gets hot and it's being played a lot, the voltage just may drop, because we turn it off, turn it right back on, to be fine for another half an hour or so. Um, and that's only happened like 2 or 3 times since like a year. So I'd like to see if I can get that 4.8. So I don't know if something needs repenned or adjusted, what's going on there. So, but like I said, I'm pretty sure they're all aftermarket boards. But uh, but there we go. A little introduction, and I'm gonna start. My next step is I'm pulling all the plastics off. Then I'll take pictures of everything again. Then I'll just start bagging and tagging. So there we go. See you later. Okay, so if you notice on my Stellar Wars, I had added some GI bulbs under these rails. These are really thin, so I'm not going to do that. Not going to, whatever. But one thing I did just notice, there's like a wooden circle there and another one down here. There's also one way back here, but there's already a GI bulb here. I'm thinking like on this loop, it's lit up, all the way around except for this back corner. So I may check about adding a GI bulb there. And then here, that's not going to be super beneficial, but if there's room, I might go ahead and add one right there too. Just, you know, maybe get to where it lights up the other side of this post a little bit. I have these disconnected. These were kind of a purple color, and I've just, you know, I've not been using those anymore. But yeah, the only thing is, like, that one, I'd have to also drill a hole in this clear plastic, so we'll have to see about that. Because my next thought was you could also do one, you know, right here, and do one here, you know, just to match that. Put one there and there. Those two I think would be really beneficial. That one, other than it'll be super easy because I just have to drill the wood. Yeah, I don't see anything else where that would be. Yeah, actually, there's one hiding right back here too. That'd be a good place for one as well because there's no lights in there. So I may end up adding, really like to do these two. And then that third one up there, I think those three would be really nice. That one, other than it's super easy, I'm not too worried about it. You know, but these LED strips will be removed. They've been unplugged for a long time. I didn't care for them. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do one there, and one up in this corner. I think that would look really nice. But yeah, I don't see any of those spots anywhere. And they're those same circles are also on the CPR. So actually, no, they're not. I swear I saw them on something. They might be on the Stellar Wars, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know. They're not marked, but I got to go through the clear, but kind of used to that after Stellar Wars. But I think that'd look really good to have one here and here, just kind of finish that loop. So we'll see. But anyway, back to work. I've just been removing all the plastics and taking pictures. Okay, so this is where I ended up at the end of my first little section here was New Year's, you know, whatever, 31st, you know. So I worked on it last night for a few hours, pretty much got this one stripped for the most part. Getting ready to move that coil, flip it over. The pop bumpers are all loose. Um, so I've just been taking the parts off and just been directly installing them onto the new one. So the new one, the top side at this point is pretty much done. This is a new piece of plastic. I had that whenever I bought a. They have like a. They have like a 3-piece kit. It's like pieces that usually get broke, like these two down here, these little hockey sticks, and then that piece up there because the ball hits this back, breaks it a lot. So um, that's where we're at with this. The top side's pretty much done. I was getting ready to go ahead and install the Mylar while I could get to it before I ended up with pop bumpers on it, and I forgot. Um, yeah, this is going really quick because, like I said, I only spent a couple hours on this, but with all these holes, you know, you know, pre-drilled, pre-whatever, a couple I've had to like clean out, but let's see. I do need to order or find this back rail. It was broken on this edge. Let's see if I can show you. So it was broken. I hit it with a welder last night and then ground it down so it's smooth. So that way nothing's gonna, you know, that's not gonna hurt the ball at all. But I would like to order a new one of those. Let's see. Oh, I did do. I need to clean up that edge with a file, but there's the new GI bulb there, the new GI for right there, and then got the new GI for back there. So I think that'll really help. I'm just gonna go with those three. Yeah, there was another one like right here, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Part of me is like, do I just drill the hole and then maybe not use it? Well, also I gotta check where I'm not sure where the bracket for this goes because it'd be nicer. The other one's just right here behind this post, so it'd be nicer if it was more over here, like halfway in between these two. But I'd have to see if you can even. You're running out of room right there, and there might be the bracket for the drop targets. So thought I'd do a little update because, like I said, at this point, I've got like these little metal bars. Those two need moved over, and then the nails, and the top side's done. So that should pretty much just be. I may go ahead and just wrap that up, and then just kind of call this part one done. So, like I said, I'm only in it for a couple hours so far, so this is going freaking quick. So, but uh, I guess let me get at it. Maybe here in about half an hour, I'll just go ahead and do the final section of part one. So, coming along, flip it over, start working on the bottom. Okay, so I did um, the metal guides right here on both sides. Those just had to be pre-drilled a little bit, just kind of get the clear coat. The wood is pre-drilled, but then they spray it with clear, and you basically just got to get that clear out of there. This post had to be moved over. Did those, and then I did the mylar rings, which there you go. You can kind of see the line right there, but it touches this inside line. So I did all three of those. This one had to be trimmed, just cut it off right there at the edge and right here at the edge. So it's just like, I can find it. Yeah, you just got like a little piece that you're not using right there in that back half. No big deal. Um, so I did that, and then I pretty much went straight into working on this. Um, so far, all I've done is this unplugs, so I can actually just take the drop assembly off. And I don't have to slide it over to the next one. The only thing I have to do is unsolder the two wires for the coil. So I'll unsolder those two wires, and I'll just take this completely off the playfield. As you can see, this one already has the obstacles. I'm not even sure this one has any braided wire left. I'm not. I'm not sure if I did that or someone else did that, but this is all like a solid. You know, it's so this doesn't even have braided wire on it. So I'm not sure if that's factory or if it's been redone. Um, I'll say I haven't seen one that came with solid wire like this, but um, I've only done this a couple of times, so who knows? Could have been something they did for a little while. And I already started removing all the wiring screws, so I already got one little baggie kind of full of those. Um, Again, this is going to be take all the screws out. I've already taken probably 30 pictures of the bottom of this, and that'll be for part two. So part one, this is all removed. This is all moved over. Um, Doing good, pretty quick. I guess I just gave you a preview because part two is going to start with me talking about this. So I am trying to upload the Stellar Wars finale, but some gameplay, but my internet's being weird, so I may have to wait. But there you go.